Welcome. Today's video is going to be all about this spring Sephora sale, and I'm so excited to share my tips with you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my tips for shopping the sale, brands to avoid, recommendations for products to try, and then we're going to wrap things up with my wish list. So we're going to start with my tips for shopping the sale. Now, obviously, the Sephora sale is not a must-shop sale. I know a lot of these videos and a lot of influencers and content creators and beauty lovers are going to be like, oh my goodness, the Sephora sale. But Sephora is not going to disappear. Beauty products aren't going to fall off the face of the earth. So if you can't shop the sale, that's fine. Now, if you have a gift card, if you're looking to replace your empties, or if you have the budget to splurge, then shopping during the sale makes sense because you can make the money you do have go farther. However, if you're a beauty lover like me, things can get out of hand very quickly. So you need to go into the sale with a plan. So the first thing that I recommend doing is setting a budget. Now, I know the word budget is a bad word. I don't like to budget either. But you definitely want to make sure that you know how much money that you can spend. You don't want to go into debt because interest rates are high, and so there will be no sale if you have to go into debt to purchase these products. Also, you want to make sure you can buy your groceries and pay your rent. So set a budget and stick to it. The second thing you're going to want to do after you set your budget is you're going to want to make a list. You're going to make a list of all the products that you're interested in, products that you want to try, and products that you're wanting to replace. And then you're going to have to prioritize so that you can get the things that you need the most with the budget that you have. Now, if you're not entirely sure what you want to get, or if you can't afford everything on your list, which is most likely, then you need to do the third step, which is research. And I know that sounds boring, but that's not what I mean, because you're on YouTube, which means you're already doing research. So if there's a product that you're not sure about, find a YouTube video for it. You're going to want to find your favorite creators that have like the same maybe skin tone as you, or same preferences for makeup, or the same preferences for skincare, and see what they think about the products. In addition to YouTube, there's also blogs. Like, I'm a huge blogger. Blogging is my first, content. Blogging is my thing, right? So I have a lot of beauty reviews on my blog. So you just want to go to Google and try to find different reviews of products, and then you can decide which products you want to try based on your YouTubers and the bloggers. And then you have your list. And that is my 3 basic tips for shopping the sale. Set a budget, make a list, and do your research. Now, when it comes to brands that I wouldn't suggest buying, it's not because they're bad brands, it's just because they offer a better deal. So some brands that come to mind are Rose Inc., Pat McGrath Labs, Tarte, It Cosmetics, Milk Makeup, Hourglass, and Benefit. A lot of these brands will offer anywhere from 20 to 30% off on their own website. And some of them are having sales right now. If they are, I'll put that information in the description box so you can check that out. So I definitely suggest any brand that you're like really into, that you go to their website and see if they have a better deal for you. A lot of places are having friends and family sales, or they'll give you a discount for signing up for their email list. So those are some things to think about. Now, what should you buy during the sale? There's definitely some different ways to approach it. The Sephora collection is going to be 30% off for everybody for the duration of the sale. So if you really enjoy this Sephora collection, it would be a great way to stock up on those products, and they're super affordable, so you can make your budget go really far. Now, if you're into luxury makeup, this is also the time to shop, because if you want Gucci or Givenchy, Tom Ford, Charlotte Tilbury, now is the time to buy them, because sometimes they will go on sale, but it's usually like select products or sets. Like Charlotte Tilbury should be like, buy 3 eyeshadows, get one for 20% off, something silly like that. Or Armani will have like 25% off, but only 3 products. So luxury beauty is the thing to buy as well. Next, I'm going to be sharing some specific products that I highly recommend. And we're going to start with like more moderately priced items. One brand that I highly recommend shopping during this Sephora sale is Merit. I have an entire brand review that I can link for you in the cards and down below. Merit will do sales like once or twice a year on their website, and that's it. So if you want to try Merit at a discount, now is the time to do it. You're not sure what products to buy, again, check out my video, but I would highly suggest the blushes. I have this blush in the shade Stockholm. It is the Flush Balm. I'm going to give you a swatch. I really like the Merit blushes because they're very natural. You're not going to overdo it with this blush. Now, if you're someone who loves blush, might not be the thing for you, but if you're like a no makeup girly like I am, the Merit blushes are the way to go. And they come in tons of really great colors. I own 3 colors, but this Stockholm color is like kind of trendy, which is why I'm recommending it. And I could make an entire video just telling you to buy Merit products, but we're not going to do that. The next brand that I highly suggest is Tower 28. They're extremely affordable, very trendy, but also have really great products. I really love the Tower 28 Sunny Days Tinted Sunscreen. I like light coverage foundation. This is in the shade Melrose. This has SPF in it of only 30, and it also has a tint, but it's not like a super sheer tint. It's light coverage, but it's not sheer coverage. So you're gonna get more coverage out of this than most tinted sunscreens. So again, I really like this one. Another thing I like from Tower 28 is their mascara. This is like the Making Waves, yes, Making Waves mascara. It's really nice, long lasting, no flaking, but easy to get off. It has like one of these curly wands. The next brand that I'm going to recommend is probably going to come to no surprise to any of you because it's super popular right now, and it is Rare Beauty. And I have 3 products that I want to talk about particularly. The first one is the Pore Diffusing Primer. This is just a mini size, but this is just a really nice primer. It works really great with her products, and it also works really nicely with other foundations as well. I have the Soft Pinch blush. I have it in the shade Hope, and I will do a little bit of a swatch for you. It's the shade Hope. A little of this goes a long, long, long way. So very good value, very pretty color. And then I also have the new product in the shade Hope as well. It's not quite the same as the blush. And this does have kind of like a staining effect to it as well. So this is going to be impossible to get off my hand. So that is the Rare Beauty lip oil in the shade Hope. Now we're going to talk about some luxury products that I love and that I highly recommend picking up at the sale. We're going to start with a primer, and it is the Valentino V Lighter Dual Use Liquid Light Face Base and Top Coat. That's a really long name. I actually learned about this from Laura May Beauty, I think, and it is like an illuminating primer. You can also use it as a highlighter. I like the tone of this a little bit more than like the Charlotte Tilbury because it's, you know, it's cooler, and I have a cool skin tone, so it is very expensive and it is kind of hard to get. It took forever, but I highly recommend. Now, one thing to note about this is it has a fragrance. It doesn't linger, but if you are very sensitive to fragrance, or if you get a headache, or like your skin doesn't like fragrance, then you might want to skip this one, but it's very beautiful. If the Valentino isn't going to work for you, I would suggest the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is just a sample size, but I love this particularly with like stick foundations like the Merit or the Westman Atelier. And I don't think it has a slight scent, but not like overly perfumey like the Valentino. Of course, I can't have a luxury recommendation list without mentioning this Gucci blush. I have it in the shade Rosy Beige. The swatch of that. It's very beautiful. The packaging is very beautiful. It is a splurge and you definitely don't need it, but if you can afford it, it's nice. Sticking with Gucci, we have the sheer lip product. I cannot speak French, so I'm not going to even try. I have this in the shade Mildred Rosewood. One thing about the Gucci lipsticks is they have such unique colors. Like, I've never seen any of these colors before, and the formula is really great. Even this like sheer one lasts pretty well, and it has like a pretty good amount of coverage. I haven't tried any of the other Gucci lipsticks, but like I would buy this formula in like almost every shade if I could. My last luxury product recommendation is the Givenchy. This is the Prism Libre Loose Setting and Finishing Powder. This is the fanciest powder ever. It is so lovely. It is finely milled. It looks great, even if you're not like a powder person. I don't know what kind of magic they use because like logically this doesn't make sense, but it looks great. So those are my moderate and luxury priced items that I suggest looking at. Now I want to talk about two viral products that I think you should skip. The first one is the Dior Glow product. I know that this is super popular. Dior makes great lip products, and I would suggest like trying almost any other one except for the lip glow. I find that the colors just don't show up as well. The swatch, it swatches all right, but for some reason once it's applied to the lips, it just starts looking a little bit pinky, which makes sense because it's a pH product. That's what the custom look means, and so it just turns more pink. And I would suggest like picking up the mahogany and like the lip plumping gloss. That way you can get like the true color if you're interested in the mahogany lip oil or the mahogany lip glow. Another product that I would skip is the Glow Recipe Niacinamide drops. Now listen, I know I've kind of had bad things to say about Glow Recipe. They're definitely not my favorite brand, but when you think about the product, it doesn't really make sense. Now, you want to use niacinamide on your face to treat your skin, to help your pores, to do with redness, all of that stuff. So you're going to want to use that as skincare, which means you're going to need to cover it with sunscreen, which means the glow is not going to be there. And then someone was like, in my comments was like, well, you can put the dewdrops on top, but why would you want to do that? Because you're not getting the skincare benefits by putting the dewdrops on top of your makeup. So the better bet is to just use niacinamide in your skincare routine and use a regular highlighter. We're going to wrap this up with my current wish list. I am a Rouge, so I do get 20% off, which makes shopping a little bit more fun, but I am on a very, very tight budget. I halved my beauty budget for the entire year and it hasn't been going well. So I don't have a lot to shop with, and I have to be extremely strategic, and I have to keep my purchases under control. So my list is fairly short. The first thing I'm wanting to buy is the Dior Addict Refillable Shine Lipstick. As I mentioned, I really love Dior lipsticks, and I'm wanting the shade 652, which is a blue-based pink, which tends to look good with my undertones. The Shine lipstick from Dior is very nice. It's one of my favorites, and so I highly recommend it, and it comes in tons of colors. You can find it in any shade. If I had to choose between the Dior and the Gucci, I'd actually go with the Dior just because the shades are a little bit more wearable, whereas the Gucci shades can be a little bit more editorial. A second product that I'm interested in is the RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Medium Coverage Liquid Foundation. So Hannah Louise Poston tried this and she really liked it, and so I'm intrigued. She does have drier skin than me, so I'm not 100% sure how I would feel about the formula, but I am interested. I haven't tried any products from RMS. They kind of had like a not great reputation with content creators, but I am interested. If you have any thoughts on the RMS foundation, please let me know. The next item that I'm interested in is skincare, and it is from Tatcha. It is a Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair Cream. I love this product and it is very expensive. Now, Tatcha does have their own sales, so if you're only like VIB or just Beauty Insider and you're only saving like 10 or 15%, then it would make sense to just shop at Tatcha. I missed the last Tatcha sale, and I don't know when the next one is coming around, so I'm thinking about picking this up at Sephora instead of through the Tatcha site. And the last item that I'm wanting is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. Man, these product names are super long. I want to pick it up if it comes back in stock during the sale, though I'm not like getting my hopes up, right? Because as soon as they come in stock, they sell out. So there we go. That is my Sephora VIB sale video. I hope it was helpful. I do want to know what you're interested in shopping for down below, or if there's something that you would like to see me review, then I might add it to my list of things that I might be considering buying. And until next time,